Hey there YouTube, this is Lucifer Legaborn coming back at you with another video. This time it's a little bit of a game review. And so I picked up this game, and I picked it up knowing it had a lot of negative reviews about it. But the themes in it really caught my attention. Now, if you've never heard of this game, the producers actually um, had to tone the game down just to get an M rating, um, or they would have had an adults only rating, which an M, in my opinion, is still an adults only. It's a little bit of a tougher game to find in general stores and whatnot, but I picked it up at a local mom and pop game store. Went over there, not even expecting to pick up a game. I was looking for a new controller for my PS2 that I still need to dig out of the attic and hook up. But so the game I picked up is called Agony. Now, if you haven't heard of this game, as you can tell, it's a horror game. And what the basic premise is you are a damned soul in hell trying to get out of hell. You have no weapons. You are a very weak individual. You have no memory of your life before. It is very dark, very bloody, and very graphic. Now, where it gets negative reviews is because of just how it's put together. It's beautiful environments that just start kind of getting a little monotonous. It's very slow paced, and very confusing. Very, very confusing. So I played a little bit of it last night, and it got my interest. It really did. Because here's the funny thing. As I was buying the game, I got a warning from another customer. They were like, "Don't do it. Don't buy it. It's no good. It's yada 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 yada." And I'm like, "Huh. Thanks, but I think I want to make my own judgment on this game." So, I went ahead and I bought it, obviously, and I played it a bit. And I found it very interesting. Now, when I was talking to the guy who was trying to warn me, I was like, because he was like, I got the feeling that they were trying too hard and whatnot, and I'm like, trying too hard, kind of like Clive Barker's Jericho, and just trying to be too hard, trying too hard on the gore factor. And he's like, yeah, that's actually a pretty good analogy, but it doesn't play anything like Clive Barker's Jericho. And I was like, huh. So it's more like Clive Barker's Jericho with a gameplay style similar to Alien Isolation. He was like, actually, that's pretty close to how it is, yeah. I was like, huh, cool. And so I had a warning on what the gameplay was like. I didn't have to expect to come in having guns or any of this other stuff, or flying around like the Doomslayer. No. Now I expected, okay, this is going to be a slow, plodding game. And, I read a few reviews on it, and it was all very negative reviews. But here's the thing. And once I started reading into it, and I started thinking about it, hearing everybody's comments about it, I'm like, I don't think people understand this game and how the developers wanted it to go. And I'm like, to me, it sounds like they want you to feel like you're literally in hell. Like you are literally in the pit of hell. Because it's first person shooter style, and you don't have any weapons. You're slow. I mean, you can run, you can jump, but your main defense against actual demons, which is the ones I've encountered, actually look like this. It's pretty freaky looking. I don't know how well you can see that. Yeah, they're pretty wild looking. Completely blind. These are just the demons that I've encountered so far. You basically gotta hide in these cracks in the wall, hold your breath, and whatnot, so you're not heard. So in that regard, it's very similar to Alien Isolation, where you jump into a locker and you have to figure out how to hold your breath. Cool thing about this is the font on it is much bigger, even though it's a weird stylized font, it's much easier to read than the Alien Isolation fonts, which are teeny tiny fonts, and it's like, what does that say? And so, yeah, so I was able to figure out the mechanics of the game, and people were complaining about the mechanics. And I'm looking at it, it's like, this is really simple. This is simple game mechanics. This is almost oversimplified. I don't know why people are complaining about the mechanics. I can see where people would complain about the confusion of the game. But then I got it. It's meant to be confusing. You're meant to be confused and lost. Because you're in hell. Hell is torment. Hell is, according to the Christian values, everybody knows I'm a Satanist. So I have my own points and views about hell and whatnot. And the fact that more than likely, if I ever go to hell, I'll be one of the ones doing the torturing. More than likely not. I'll probably just be kicking back on a beach on the lake of fire or whatever. Anyways. Hail Satan. Anyways. Going back to this. You're in hell. You're in what the Christians feel hell would be. And the company, Mad Mind Studios, seem to get the notion, yeah, this is supposed to be hell. You're not supposed to be having fun. You're lost. You're confused. You're trying to find your way out, and you're getting farther than most of these other souls, but you're still lost. You're confused. You don't know what is going on. You have no weapons. You can't fight back. And it's just this long monotony of this. And it's annoying. It's truly annoying to most people. Because most gamers, we like that action thrill pump. We're holding the controller, we're zooming around, got our gun up, and we're ready to rumble. We are not used to not being able to fight back. I tell you what, one of the scariest things that I ever played was Alien Isolation before having any weapons. And I'm creeping around this level, and I know that there's an alien. I pull up my motion tracker, and boom, mysterious movement. I know that there's an alien or an android or whatnot that I've got to avoid. And I hear it coming. I jump into a locker. And I'm trying to figure out how to hold my breath. And if this damn thing comes too close to the locker, it's going to hear me every time. And it always did. And I'm trying to figure out, what am I supposed to do here? How do I avoid being spotted by this alien? And it was terrifying. It was really immersive, and it was terrifying that I could not fight back. And so what Mad Mind Studios is, they've taken an entire game and stripped you of the ability to fight back at every turn. Now, apparently, as the game goes on, you start being able to possess demons, to possess certain creatures and whatnot. But it doesn't tell you how. They want you to figure it out on your own. Okay? They want you to struggle with it. There was this weird puzzle on the wall where it was this picture. and you had to take your finger and finish off the symbol. And you're doing this with a controller, and it is hard. The only reason why I knew what the symbol should probably be looking like is because I was watching a brief review video on it, and they showed this one initial symbol where I was able to figure that out. But I know that there's going to be others that is going to be more complicated. That, yeah. And so that's going to be a little bit interesting. Apparently, beating this game is a major feat. It is not easy, even on the easier modes. But there's a reward when you beat the game. You get to replay the game. And apparently, it's worthwhile to replay. Because now, you're not coming in as a helpless, lost soul. You're coming in as a demon. You go from being the hunted to the hunter, the predator. You come in as a succubus. And I've seen pictures of this, and oh my god. You are this naked chick. Mind you, in this game, be prepared to see genitals. Mutilated genitals. Be prepared for some graphic stuff. If you've got a weak stomach, if you don't like gratuitous imagery and whatnot, be prepared. This is not the game for you. Even if you like slower games like Alien Isolation and whatnot, this game is, like I said, it almost got an adults only rating because of all the gratuitousness. Now, they said that there was a lot of violence in this game, and I am not seeing that. But then again, I'm playing it smartly. But what's going to happen if I beat the game and I get to play as the succubus? Now I'm the demon. Now I'm the predator. And apparently in this game, succubi are very powerful. They are very, very powerful demons, apparently. And they're naked chicks. It's going to be interesting. It's just going to be very interesting. And apparently you can now, once you take over as a succubus, you can hurt things. You can fight back and whatnot. So replayability sounds like it has a very interesting, worthwhile game mode to suffer through not being able to do much and suffer through the game and then get, beat it just to get this succubus mode. And it's called succubus mode. You also have another mode that I don't know anything about. I haven't looked into it. It's called Agony mode. My recommendation is go ahead and play through story mode and deal with it. I mean, be expecting not to be able to do much, but if you're in it and you understand that this is not really meant to be pleasant, fun, or anything, that it's going to be confusing, and you demonstrate a little bit of patience with this game, and deal with the monotony of it. And remember, you're supposed to feel like you are legitimately in hell and, legitimately being tortured and picked on and whatnot. You're going to find a new appreciation for this game. So that is my opinion of just this early gameplay. I have not made it very far in the game. Let me know in the comments below. Have you bought this game? Have you played this game? Is my interpretation of in the early on of this game sounding like it could be fairly accurate and whatnot? What do you think? Did you enjoy the game? A lot of people did not. So apparently, it has some of the lowest ratings. Apparently, it is the second lowest rated game of 2018. On a personal note, so far I am enjoying the game because I understand. I'm looking at it as you're meant to be suffering, whatnot. This is supposed to be a representation of what hell could really be like. and I understand it's a walking game. You have no weapons, and you might be able to take out a few demons by shoving them over a cliff or whatnot. But so far, your best option is to hide from them. Anyways, so tell me what you think in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. That way you know whenever I'm putting up another video. Jump on over to Twitter, follow me on Twitter. Jump on over to Patreon, support me there. That'd really be great. As some people may or may not know, I do have a video documentary series that I am working on, that I am trying to get funding for. So jump on over to Indiegogo and support this documentary series there. It'd be most appreciated. Anything that you can give to help support it will be greatly appreciated. It is a documentary series about Satanism and rituals and whatnot, so go check it out, and I will catch you guys later. This is Lucifer Lakeboard, and I'm out of here.